Hey, good people, Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not. No, don't. Ah! Damn. I don't know why they do it, but they say like a moth to the flame burned by this fire. Um, just finished doing the live stream, fantasy football League One. Just got that out of the way, and we were doing that in honor, of course, for Stewart Morrison. Stewart Morrison got me into fantasy football last year, and we've got 5 or 6 leagues that are together. And there's one of the leaf bugs. It looked like a leaf bug that kept flying around and stuff. He landed on my microphone. I had to keep dodging and everything else. And he just landed right here and jumped into the fire. I don't know why they do it. I don't know why they do it, but they just do. But I'll get back to Stewart in a minute in fantasy football. Cowboys had practice tonight, and practice is open to the fans and things, which is great. The Cowboys are like the traveling roadshow. They are the circus that does all kinds of stuff for the fans. You honestly have to look at the Cowboys. They're worth $8 billion. They understand it's all about taking care of the fans, except for winning. But going to Oxnard and doing that stuff, of course, going to the Chargers and Denver, it's literally creating fans across the blogosphere and the universe. And the thing that's funny, and I learned this today, it was funny because somebody said this, and it's the truth. The reason why the Cowboys are the most valuable franchise is because of the amount of fans that they have. So many people always come at me and say, I'm not a real Cowboy fan, or they will, question my love and my heart and desire for the Cowboys to succeed because I'm not from Dallas. If only Cowboy fans were from Dallas, they wouldn't be the most valuable franchise in the world. It is because of all these guys that are like, people that run fantasy football that are from Camden, New Jersey, which are knee deep in Eagle country, that are reaping the star and literally taking crap and flack because they are in New Jersey, right across the river from the Eagles. And it's because of all of us together that make the Dallas Cowboys the number one franchise. It certainly isn't winning anymore. It certainly isn't that. So shout out to all of the Cowboy fans all across the world. And I mean across the world because, I've got like Spin in Germany, who's one. I got my friend Mark Sampson, who's in England, and so on. I know we got people in Thailand and Australia that are Cowboy fans. It's all of us that make the Dallas Cowboys worth all that money and keep spending all our hard-earned money on the Cowboys. Speaking of the Cowboys and them having practice, they're having 2 practices that are open late at night, of course, because Jerry Jones is like P.T. Barnum. Tyler Smith was on the sidelines, not practicing, because of an ankle injury. We're told it's a minor tweak, nothing to worry about. It's not the dreaded high ankle sprain or anything like that. But see, this again, to me, is one of those warning flags for the Cowboys that says, hello, we don't have a lot of depth here on the offensive line. We keep getting warning flags. We've had Tyron Smith with a hurt ankle. Now we got Tyler Smith with it. And this team, for the most part, will succeed because of the offensive line. The offensive line is key. I know people don't want to think about offensive linemen. You want to think about the CeeDee Lamb, Zeke Elliott, the quarterback. But the reality is without those guys on that front line being able to protect the quarterback, to give them enough time for those wide receivers to get open, for them to open up those lanes for Zeke Elliott or Tony Pollard to run, it just doesn't work. And the reality is, we don't have a lot of depth on that offensive line. We have some young guys that look good. We've got Connor McGovern, who This is his chance to try and stake a claim in there, and you've been waiting for him for a couple of years. We got Fornock, who actually played great at center. We got Tyler Badish, who really, this is a contract year for him. It's time for him to put up or shut up. We hope that Terrence Steele takes another step up, and we hope that Zach Martin continues to play like he always has been, consistently one of the best guards in football. And we put a wing in a prayer and hope that Tyron Smith can hold up. Bottom line, we need those guys to play great and to stay on the field, because consistency on that offensive line, we don't want to start mixing this shit up like we did last year. That was the beginning of the end of the Cowboys being dominant on offense once Tyron Smith got hurt and we had to juggle the offensive line. So back to fantasy football. Shout out to everybody who's joined the leagues. We'll have some fun with that and stuff. I am not very knowledgeable when it comes to fantasy football. Thank you, Brother Roz, for taking care of managing this thing and putting the leagues together and doing all this stuff for me. I couldn't do it without you. But Stewart, I miss Stewart a lot. I truly miss Stewart. Stewart would drive me crazy talking about fantasy football. And the only reason I'm doing it is because, kicking and screaming, Stewart Morrison drugged me along. But today, I started doing some stuff in my workshop. Not in the workshop, in my man cave down here. I haven't made very many changes to the place. I've been so busy this summer that I haven't really done like a major upgrade or anything to the studio. It's been more of me getting the laptop for being able to stream when I'm not here and stuff, and going to training camp. But I have a couple of things from Stewart. You guys all know about the helmet that's signed by Micah Parsons. But Stewart, when he got sick, and we were talking about me coming down to meet him and to work on the house to help out his mother, he had two pieces that he wanted to make sure that I had, and one was the Micah Parsons helmet that was signed, and he had a print of Tom Landry, Roger Staubach, that was autographed by both of them. He wanted me to have that, and in fact, his mother gave that to me at his memorial service, and I did that speech, and I actually posted it on here. And I brought that back from Texas, but I had not put it up. And his mom ended up sending us, she sent to all of us, to my man Rock, to Randy Sykes, and of course to Brian, and of course to Damn Gina. She sent one of these to all of us. It's a multi-frame piece that has pictures of us and Stewart and things all together. And it's been hard for me to, one, figure out where to put it, and two, to put it up. It's just been hard to deal with the loss of having lost Stewart. But I got both of those pieces put up in the man cave. And when you are here, he had given me an autographed piece a couple years ago of Drew Pearson. So that's on one side of the man cave, over where I originally started it on the wall. It's been there for about a year and a half. I've got the helmet on my desk, so every morning I see that helmet sitting there in front of me. And when you come down the steps into the man cave, I've got a bunch of different pictures of, and I've got a piece from from the Texas Stadium, a piece of the signage that's on there that's been up for a long time. I've got a picture of where we did a community build down in New Orleans, where I've got Roger Goodell and I'm teaching him how to hang drywall, and I've got that print of Stewart Morrison that's right there. And over by where the food service is, I've got an autographed Roger Staubach jersey. And right there beside it is the piece from Stewart of Tom Landry. So when you're down in my man cave, literally, Stewart's all over the place. And I'm grateful for having the friendship that I did in the time that I did with Stewart. And you know, I always say to you guys when I come out here at night and finish this day, I come out here because I'm thankful that I had this day. And coming out here is my opportunity to reflect on the day, because I always want to know that the day was a success, because we only have so many of those days. And every day I want to know that I did what I could to be a good citizen, that I did something to better myself, that I let the people know that I care about them, because tomorrow's not promised. And so I always end this with, make sure you tell the people that you love them. Because life is short and you might not get the chance again. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And God willing, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great night. And thank you, Stewart.